Some stories start with a voice. This one starts with silence. In a sleepy southern town, tucked between cotton fields and muddy roads, there was a boy no one could understand because he never spoke a single word. He wasn't deaf. He wasn't mute. He just didn't speak. Not to teachers. Not to classmates. Not even to his foster parents. They called him broken. They called him strange. But the day the river flooded, and chaos swallowed the town, he was the only one who knew how to save them. This is the untold side of a boy they tried to ignore and the voice he used to change everything. His name was Isaac. 7 years old. Skin like soil after rain. Eyes like storm glass, always watching, never blinking. He had been in the system since he was 3. 4 homes. 2 counties. No records of a mother. No known father. Just one tattered photo in his pocket of a woman standing by a river. The family he was with now, the Carsons, lived on the edge of Bayville, a town no one really came to, and no one really left. A place with more tractors than taxis, and more churches than grocery stores. Isaac rarely smiled. He drew. He wandered. And he always sat by the river. Locals whispered. Some thought he was slow. Others believed he was traumatized. But the town sheriff once said, "That boy may not talk, but is always listening." One week in late spring, the air turned thick. Heavier than usual. The river was high. The clouds never left. But the mayor said not to worry. Bayville never floods, he laughed at the diner. That river's been the same since my granddad was born. Still, Isaac seemed uneasy. He sat by the river longer. Drew more frantically in his sketchbook. Dark blue streaks. Bent trees. A cracked bridge. At night, he stared out the window. No one knew why. Until Thursday. That morning, Isaac handed Mrs. Carson a drawing. No words. Just a picture of their house half submerged in water. She chuckled nervously and put it on the fridge. By noon, the rain started. By evening, the sirens failed. And by nightfall, the river had broken its banks. The storm came without warning, not because it was fast, but because no one believed it could happen here. Water raced through the streets. It swallowed mailboxes and curled around porch steps. The bridge collapsed. Roads vanished. Phones died. In the chaos, the Carsons screamed for their other foster child, Molly, 5 years old, missing in the rain. The sheriff was already trapped on the east side. The power was gone. Panic set in. And then, Isaac stood up. Without saying a word, he ran barefoot, soaked, clutching his sketchbook. He led them out the back door, up the hill, past a thicket no one ever entered. And there, inside a hollowed tree trunk on a dry ridge, was Molly, curled up, sobbing. Isaac had drawn this place days before. He had seen it. Felt it. Known it. The Carsons just stood in stunned silence. And as the town drowned behind them, for the first time in his life, Isaac spoke. She was scared of the water. I heard her. In the days after, Bayville tried to understand what happened. The town had never had an evacuation plan. The early flood warning system had been cut from the budget 2 years earlier. And yet, no lives were lost. All because one child paid attention to what no one else would. Isaac never became loud. He didn't become a normal kid. But he didn't need to. He was placed in a new school that allowed alternative communication. A therapist helped him unpack years of hidden trauma. And the Carsons, now legally his parents, said they started listening, with their eyes. Not every voice sounds the same, Mrs. Carson said on local TV. And some of the quietest people know exactly what the rest of us are missing.